Hey there, guys. Car of the week. We have chose a 1958 Chevrolet Impala. This car is absolutely spectacular. The color is phenomenal. I love the two-tone with the top being white. The car is kind of a soft jewel blue. Absolutely spectacular car. When these 1958 Chevrolet Impalas came out, it was the very first year of Impala. And the other thing it's the very first year of is the big V8 motor. They came out with a motor called a 348. They had a 348 engine with a couple different engine options. You had a 4-barrel, and then you had a 3-deuce tri-power setup. And the 3-deuce tri-power setup had 315 horsepower to 290 horsepower. They had a 283 that went in one of these with a 4-barrel. Very stout car, very sought after, with 290 horsepower. This particular car has a 250 horse, 2-barrel car. But what a spectacular automobile, the chrome. In 1958, they put so much chrome on these cars. Chrome was coming in pretty big. It's the only body style really of its kind. Even though every year Chevrolet, between all the Tri-5s, the 5s, 6s, and the 7s, they all were very unique in their own way. But 58 kind of stands out on its own in the Chevrolet world. The huge bumper, Pontiac and Buick, they kind of redesigned all their cars, and so they kind of wanted to get into the mix of them. But when they did these Chevrolet Impala, I'm telling you guys, the lines on these are so sought after. I mean, collectors go crazy over these, especially for a car that's non-rust. California cars, very special. A few interesting items on this 58 car is the hubcaps. Now, you real Chevy buffs are going to really kind of understand, these are really not true and correct. But a lot of dealers and a lot of people back then put on the 1957 Chevrolet spinners on the end of the hubcaps. When they came out like this right here is the right way to do it. The way we drilled the holes in, put them in, and I mean, I'm telling you, this gives it a lot of style to the car. And they have the 4 hash marks on the front fenders, which is really kind of cool. They have these on the top of each fender, which is really nice. Kind of like about a wing type thing, pretty cool. The bumpers are massive, and the bumpers are huge on this car. Big grill and dual headlights on the 1958. And Corvette 1958, if you know, is a dual headlight car also. It's the first year of dual headlights on a 58 Corvette. So they kind of did a lot of things in 58. Chevrolet did. And coming out with this body style was a whole complete new animal for them. And it's a heavy car. It drives pretty heavy. And of course, you real Chevy buffs will know that's the first year of this type of transmission being the Power Glide when they had reverse coming right off a park, which is kind of the earlier cars. Reverse is all in the bottom of the low side. If you Chevy guys are out there, know what I'm talking about. And these hoods, all these hoods in the older cars open so easy. But underneath here, this car here is a power steering car. Power steering ran right off the generators like they did in 5, 6, and 7. It was a good way to kind of do it. It was kind of simple to operate it that way and simple to work on and service too, if you notice. Then they went ahead and put the power steering pumps, actually bolted them to the block. But this is a 283, 2-barrel car, 250 horsepower. Very clean. Underneath this is just detailed so well. It's kind of a nice black lacquer underneath here. You can tell they put the shielding right in between the insulator right in between the hood and the frame cross member on it. I got to tell you, the cleanliness of the car, the openness, I mean, you can still almost like store stuff underneath the engine compartment of the car. Earlier cars, on General Motors, they still painted all the firewalls the same color as the car. You know, Chrysler painted the whole car and they all did the whole thing underneath it. What a good driving automobile this is. Not a lot of options on it, but it does have power steering, does have an automatic, it does have a heater, it does have the radio, Wonder Bar radio in the car. So there's a lot of really good things about this. And they come up with a lot of options in these years. They had air conditioning options in these. They had, of course, the 348 engine with the horsepower, the tri-powers like we talked about earlier. And they did offer a car with a stick shift. The stick shift was on the column. And they did not have 4-speed options for Chevrolet Impala. Corvette was the first year they went ahead and offered them into, actually in 57, but in 58, Corvette 4-speed was a pretty big deal. 58 Chevys did not have a 4-speed shift on the floor. Latter years, they did make quite a few changes on them. I'm telling you, the tri-tone interior in this car is really cool. It kind of is like a silver and then a light blue and then kind of a charcoal gray and back to the white again. I mean, these cars were class and they were built really neat. The X-frame was the very first thing that they changed over to when they went ahead and did a body change on the car. The 58 Chevrolet Impala started off the X-frame. The frame kind of went all the way to the very middle of the car. They went back out. They thought it'd be for more rigid and a real tougher frame to do. And I'll tell you something, it's a real strong frame. The high quality level of this car here, all the interior was done. This particular automobile happens to be a documented 40,000-mile automobile. And I'm going to tell you guys once, I'm going to tell you twice, I say it all the time to everybody, a car is only original once. This car happened to be repainted, so that doesn't have the original paint, and this car has to have some of the interiors replaced in the car, so it's not original interior. There's a lot of items in here that are original. All the door handles, all the armrest has never been redone on this car. And the chrome on the side of this chrome here was all the original chrome on it. The rubber was replaced going around the doors, and of course the seals and the carpets and a few things. And the dash is just massive in these cars. The dash kind of covers, obviously, you know, they say the whole front of it, but it covers the whole front of it. It kind of wraps around you. And back in 56 and 57, the dashes are a little bit more on the flatter side. So in 58, that dash they kind of bring a little bit more wrap around. They bring the dash a little bit more to you on the front of the car, the way the design is. They put the radio in the same spot. The vents are going to be in the same spot. The key thing is always still on the right, how they did it. But the steering wheel in the car, they put a little bit more style to the steering wheel when they put the 3 holes in the middle of it with the ring that goes around it and the 3 colors, and they have the 4 chrome rings that go on the steering wheel itself. And of course, the colors on it. When they started to go ahead and do this type of interior color, like I said, the tri-tone interior on all of them. All the cars are a little bit different in their color sequences, and some cars are real popular during certain colors. This is an excellent color combination in this car. The headliner is just beautiful in the car. It kind of has like the little the dimple, little holes all the way through it, and it just really gives the car a lot of style. And they did a clock. The clock's kind of oval. If you see the clock inside here, the clock, fuel gauge, the temp gauge on it, all kind of an oval feel to it. And the seats fold forward just like they did in all the other cars. But what they did on this particular model, 1958 Chevy Impala, which is a real signature to the car, is in the back. The back speaker that they have that says Chevrolet Impala. That is just, that's a signification of the 58. It's a real big point to have into it. You have the armrest in the center. And these right here are really cool and high collectible cars to own. There's so many neat things about them. And the way the doors open and close, you hear this noise. That's the way a car should close the doors. They're pretty neat. On a 58 was the only year they've ever done this. Is on the roof line of the car. It's on the Impalas. This right here is how the air intake as the car would go. It'd suck fresh air through the car in the back of it. A real neat design on it. And it's just something that's signification to Chevrolet Impala. They had these, a lot of people thought these were Corvette only. Well, these are Impala. It's kind of pretty neat stuff. If you notice, the Impala is right there on the top, and you have the Chevy flags and the insignia with the emblem of Impala. These right here, I mean, just all the stainless on this car, they're covered a lot of stainless on it. I never weighed all the stainless, but I'll tell you something, there's pretty good a lot of stainless on the car. Some people put dual antennas on them. I don't want to say I like dual antennas. To me, it's a matter of taste and whatnot, but this is the way it should be on the car. And the trunk in this car, I mean, I'm not kidding. You guys could rent the trunk out to a family. Look at the size inside here. It's absolutely huge. And this right here, these are all original. This has never been replaced on the car. And a lot of this car here is original. A lot of stuff inside the trunk. Inside the trunk was never repainted on this particular automobile. Spare tires put right, had all the jack instructions and all the jack pieces and hardware. And I mean, it's just the way it should be. A very, very clean automobile. And of course, a lot of times in earlier cars, people really didn't know where to put gas in there. So when they went ahead and when they designed it, they did a little opening that looked just like a gas door, and they put it on the right side. But the gas door is right here. If you remember 1957 Chevrolets, you know, their gas things are in the back of the car, and 56, you know, had it in the little thing in the back of the light. You turned the thing sideways and pulled it on down. These made it really kind of strict, really a little bit tricky for the uneducated. You know, they would think, where do you put the gas in the car? But this is where they did it, and the way they kind of put in the lines of this, what they did in the earlier years. If you notice, this car here has orange license plates, and that just definitely shows the documentation of an original 1958 automobile. Those plates are 1956 because early production car sold at a dealership local in the Bay Area. The 3 taillights on the rear are just another signification. They took the lights and turned them sideways to give the car a little more lighting, a little more of a safety feature. And they put a reverse light. They put a reverse light right inside here, and they put all 3 together. You remember the 6s and the 5s and the 7s, you know, they kind of done it in a completely different system. So 58 was its own deal. 57 Chevy had the fins on the tops. They kind of took the fins and put them sideways. They were just going for a new concept and a new way of going about to just create the public and the stir of a new automobile. When this hit the auto show, these cars here were selling off the shelves like wildfire. People, they couldn't get enough Chevrolet Impalas. They sold out, and they sold out Impala in its very first year that the car was offered. One of the few cars that did. So So on a 1958 Chevrolet Impala for Car of the Week, we chose an absolute beautiful, beautiful automobile we pulled out of the warehouse. And I'm telling you, when you drive one, if you ever have the means to get one, I highly, highly recommend it.